Good afternoon. Today I want to talk about a simple but important question. Who is more likely to believe in conspiracy theories? Instead of looking at just one study, researchers recently combined evidence from across the world to find consistent patterns. In 2022, psychologist Lukasz Stasielowicz published a large meta-analysis in the Journal of Research and Personality. He analyzed data from 127 independent samples and 686 correlations, representing tens of thousands of participants. The goal was to identify which personality traits are most strongly associated with belief in conspiracy theories. The strongest finding was this: conspiracy belief is not random. Certain psychological tendencies consistently show stronger connections than others. The largest link was with pseudo-scientific beliefs. People who are more likely to accept things like supernatural claims or unsupported scientific ideas are also much more likely to accept conspiracy theories. This suggests a broader pattern of seeing hidden connections or meaning where strong evidence may be lacking. The second strongest relationship was with paranoia and suspicious thinking. Individuals who tend to assume others have bad intentions or are secretly working against them are more likely to view major events as the result of hidden plots rather than chance, complexity, or institutional failure. A third major factor was schizotypy, which includes traits like magical thinking, unusual beliefs, and a tendency to see patterns in unrelated events. These traits align closely with how many conspiracy theories are structured, linking scattered facts into a single hidden narrative. The study also found a moderate link with narcissism. People who see themselves or their group as especially important or exceptional may be more inclined to believe they possess special knowledge that others don't. Interestingly, this applied both to personal narcissism and group-based or national narcissism. What about intelligence? The relationship between cognitive ability and conspiracy belief was real but smaller. On average, people with higher reasoning ability were slightly less likely to believe in conspiracy theories, especially very specific ones. But the researchers were clear: intelligence does not make anyone immune. One surprising finding was what didn't matter much. The big five personality traits, things like extroversion, agreeableness, and openness, had very weak or inconsistent relationships with conspiracy belief. This suggests conspiracy thinking isn't just a normal personality style. It's more closely tied to how people process information and interpret threat, power, and uncertainty. Finally, the study found a small but consistent link with religiosity and spirituality, especially when beliefs were measured in more detail. This connection appears to reflect shared patterns of sense-making, attributing events to powerful, unseen forces. The big takeaway is this: conspiracy belief is less about being a certain type of person and more about how people make sense of uncertainty, power, and hidden causes. Understanding these patterns can help educators, policymakers, and communicators design better strategies to reduce the harmful effects of misinformation, by focusing not just on facts, but on how people think and cope with a complicated world.